informe yung napag-usapan po nila ng ating mahal na Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, yung ating magiging Central Park, sosyal. Magkakaroon na po tayo ng sarili natin Central Park, yung Intramuros Golf Course, gagawin po natin magandang park. Alam niyo po, ang BBM po, when we started po under the leadership of our beloved President po, is nagbibigay po tayo sa local government units ng mga proyekto para sa iba't ibang local cities at munisipyo sa buong Pilipinas para makapagpagawa po sila ng kanilang mga parks. Alam po natin na ngayon wala na masyadong parks, diba? Lahat ng mga kabataan ngayon, yung mga matatanda, lahat sa mall lang pupunta. Maganda po na magkaroon tayo ng area para makapamasyal, makapag-congregate, makapagkwentuhan ang ating mga kabataan at ang ating mga senior citizens. So, nakwento ko lang po na for the past 2 years, meron po tayong naibigay na pondo sa City of Manila. Ang total po nito is roughly 78 million pesos po para sa Green program sa Metro Manila. Makakasama din po yan sa buong plano po na ginagawa ng City of Manila para sa pagpapaganda at pagpapagawa ng mga legacy projects po ng ating mayor at ating Pangulo para po sa City of Manila.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Sir, good morning po. This is Marco Luis from the Philippine Star. Balikan ko lang po yung sa Halal Town. So may napag-usapan na po ba tayong timeline and magkano po yung aabutin if napag-usapan po sa hitigan nito?
Wala pa po yung presyo dahil inaayos pa po nila yung costings, yung detailed engineering plan. Pero ang timeline, mukhang mabilis po ito. Pag sila Yorme po ang gumawa ng proyekto, I think kaya po nito bago siguro next year, all year round po ang ating ASEAN, by that time maybe, pwede lang po, bago dumating yung ating ibang mga delegates, sana po at least the Halal Town is already there. Makakaya naman po, no? Kaya-kaya po, ulit lang naman. Then sa pakikipagtulungan ng community at local government, yung barangay po, makakaya naman po.
May question na po kay Mayor. Na-mention po kasi ni Segmina yung Intramuros Golf Course. Meron pong mga comments na nagsasabi na wag daw palitan or wag sirain kasi historical landmark. So, ano po yung masasabi natin sa mga ganitong comment?
Well, everyone is entitled to their opinion. What is landmark is the wall, or what you call intramuros. The extramuros is not part of the historical landmark. And second, siguro naman hindi nakalabisan na kunin muli ng taong bayan o ng general public mapakinabangan yung golf course na nakikinabang lang naman ay iilan. In fact, you may ask around any golfer who is really into golf as a matter of sports. Hindi naman naglalaro sa Intramuros golf course. Only a few. Kasi it's a short course. Hindi siya challenging course. But hindi napapakinabangan ng taumban. But in this case, through the leadership of President Bongbong Marcos, ang wish namin is to be converted into Intramuros Forest Park. To whom? For whom? For our great-great-grandchildren. Because if we create a Central Park concept in the middle of the city at 25 hectares, just imagine yung health benefit sa pangkalahatan with the clean air in a highly urbanized setting and giving it back to the general public. Di ba mas magandang mapakinabangan yun ng pangkalahatan? Fourth, doon sa ina-agitate ng ilang lobbyists na mawawalan ng trabaho yung mga kadi. That's not true. I'll address it to our nakikinabang sa golf course ng mga kadi. Okay, mag-alala. yung pagkakandi kasi, pag may naglaro, may kita. Pag walang laro, walang kita. Now, they're going to be hired by the city because we need a lot of people to maintain the entire 25 hectares future Intramuros Forest Park. So, magkakaroon pa nga sila ng permanenteng trabaho. Kaya huwag sila nagpapaniwala doon sa... Ngayon, bigla naging concern yung ilan sa Kadi. Dati wala naman may concern sa Kadi. Kaya sa mga Kadi namin, steady lang kayo sa GFD. May trabaho para sa inyo. At itong trabaho to, permanent employment. Telling you, this will generate open green space for the city. This will generate more clean air for the city. This will be dedicated to our great-great-grandchildren to reclaim a space to be converted as open green space for general public. Lalo na yung mga minamahal kong lolo at lola na mahilig mag-jogging-jogging, mag-walking. It's not only for Manila, but for Metro Manila. They will come here on a given Sunday, on a given day. And to the bikers, magkakaroon na kayo ng 25 hectares circuit bike lane for those who are into biking. This is the safe place for bike lane dahil circuit yung gagawin. So there are so many activities that can be offered to general public, plus the future of having an open green space. Kaya tingin ko, panalo ang taong bayan dito kaysa iilan lamang. But then again, to the conservationists, huwag po kayong mag-alala. In fact, mas maganda po yung plano natin outside the wall. To make it more attractive during the night, yung ating walled city or the outside of the wall in terms of perspective. Mas pandayo, baka lalo tayong dayuhin. And anything that will go to future Intramuros Forest Park definitely will go to Intramuros. Kasi naglukan lang naman, tapos diretso na yan ng Esplanade, diretso na ng Caroseros Park, and so on and so forth. And another good thing about the geographical location of future Intramuros Forest Park for the general public to access is, una, lahat halos ng linya ng jeep at bus dadaan ng Loton. Pangalawa, the people from Cavite, the bare minimum, isang sakay lang ng LRT, bababa ng City Hall. And the people from Bulacan, isang sakay lang ng LRT sa Monumento, bababa ng City Hall, and they can access the future Intramuros Forest Park. So, I think, all in all, it's a balance between the few who continue to enjoy golfing or the many who will benefit the recent population and the future population. I think that I'd rather have the latter. Yung mas maraming pakikinabang na tao.
To Secretary Tandaman, mag-clarify ko lang, from the UAE government, is it solely for the Golden Mosque or for Golden Mosque lang po siya? But are you also open po to PPPs, public-private partnerships, to help develop si Halal Town? Kasi alam naman natin, napakalaking yung public-private partnership as well as yung Islamic Dawa Council of the Philippines and other Muslim business groups.
Yes, syempre, we will accept, Mayor, yung lahat ng tulong ng private sector. But in the meantime, yung for the mosque, the UAE government who will assist and support us for the rehabilitation. And then ito po sa Halal Town, it will be from the national government and of course with the help from the local government unit. May maganda rin po kami na pag-usapan kanina ni Yorme yung about dun sa pagpapatayo ng, importante po kasi yung slaughterhouse for the halal meats and products. Yun po, pwede po yung maging center, not just for Manila, no? But for para sa buong Metro Manila, pwede din po siya gamitin ng even yung mga nearby hotels and restaurants. Kasi alam natin, kailangan magkahiwalay po at saka accredited yung pagkukuhanan nila ng mga meat. So they don't have to build their own slaughterhouses for that purpose. Pwede na po silang kumuha dito sa magiging accredited slaughterhouse ng Manila. Napakalaki po ng space. Meron na pong existing ngayon yung Manila, pero iba po yung use. And then meron na pong binigay si Layorme na bakanting lote na pwede natin paglagyan. So all the businesses, restaurants, hotels na walang available or makuhanan na accredited na mga meat for halal purposes, na mga pagkain, pwede po sila pumunta doon. So magandang tulong din po yun for the private sector, ng restaurants. Dito, within Metro Manila, not just in Metro Manila, pati sa mga nearby cities and local government.
To Mayor Isko, na-mention mo kanina, sir, yung tawid, di ba? Yung may Quiapo side na Katoliko, and sometimes dumadaan din sa Globo de Oro yung traslasyon. You know that very well. You covered that so many times. What do you plan to do to improve interconnectivity between those zones? Kasi di ba, sir, mention mo kanina, ang model na gagawin is Quiapo. May non-negotiable ka, may foot traffic ka, may sasakyan ka. So what do you intend, sir, to improve that interconnectivity para seamless yung tourism experience nung gustong pumunta between the Quiapo that we know and the Halal Town?
Kaya makikita mo yung Palangka is non-negotiable. So that the people who will go to Quiapo on the Islamic side, majority of the community, which is now going to be Halal Town, is easily accessible from Santa Cruz. So kung galing ka ng, halimbawa, let's just say, Esplanade, you cross Santa Cruz Bridge or MacArthur Bridge, then magkana mo ng Palangka, kakaliwa ka na, Globo ka na. So that's very important. It's a key strategic street that is non-negotiable. Now, the same thing with yung pagbaba mo ng LRT. Kung galing ka naman sa Carriedo ka naman, non-negotiable siya. But the perpendicular roads with those streets mentioned, ito naman yung ating mga nagtitinda. Pinipilit pa natin yakapin at unawain as long as they put self-discipline. Which, as you know, nang bumalik tayo mag-mayor, ay nakikinig naman yung mga vendor. Naging passable naman siya for foot traffic. But there are areas that can be withdrawn from public use. Katulad, halimbawa, noong hindi na pwede yung Plaza Miranda because it is dedicated for a space during high demand, days of high demand, like Fridays of First Friday. Kasi nakakalat yung mga mamamayan natin na magsisimba sa Nazareno, we made it available. Hindi pwede kung kanino man or to appropriate that space to any John Doe and Mary. So these are the same rules that we may apply in the Halal Town. May non-negotiable areas, may areas for foot traffic, may areas for vehicular traffic. And I think they are familiar because the community in the Halal Town is also, some of them goes to the Quiapo Church selling their goods. And they have an idea on how we police the streets for selling and non-negotiable areas. Yeah, it can be managed.
Siguro, sir, last na lang from on the tourism side. Are you planning to, in coordination with DTCAM, yung halimbawa parang cultural tour type of setup? Halimbawa, parang ka ng Halal Town, Quiapo, Korea Town, Intramuros Golf Course. Kasi yun yung mga uso, let's say, for example, in London, or in South Korea, na parang medyo may pagka, ganun yung bentahin mo eh. It has to be a holistic tourism experience. So once magawa na po si Halal Town, paano niyo siya i-integrate within the tourism offerings of the city of Manila?
Isa sa proposal namin kay Secretary Pangandaman, yung poster na iaalay namin sa ASEAN Guest. And that investment for the ASEAN hosting will continue to gain in terms of ROI for the tourism. Kasi yun ang gagamitin namin sa mga hotels namin in the future to assist our hotels to serve their customers, to go around with these buses or what you call shuttle. But for the meantime, we propose it to Secretary Pangandaman na gamitin ito, iaalay ito, dedicated ito, particular muna sa guest natin sa ASEAN. And after a while, we're going to use it for our hotels in the city of Manila to go to the places that you mentioned. Aziz.
Last question.
Good morning po. Malinis lang po ako, no? Kay Secretary Pangandaman, I'm Hannibal Talete from News 5. Kay Secretary Pangandaman po, a reaction lang doon sa reservation ni Senator Gatchalian na binawasan yung budget ng DPWH at marami tumawala ng trabaho at yung ba yung na-consult doon sa PICAM daw. Reaction lang po.
Wala pa po tayo sa proseso ng BICAM.
Okay.
Nasa House HDAC version pa na po tayo ng budget. And resumption next week po is Senate deliberation po sa floor. So doon pa lang po natin malalaman kung magkakaroon na po. Hindi pa po natin nakikita kasi kung ano pong ginawa ng Senate o gagawin ng Senado sa kanilang budget. Pagbalik pa lang po nila, doon po natin malalaman yung ginawa po nila sa HGAB version. Wala na po tayong ngayon House version na po meron tayo. By next week po, makikita natin kung ano yung mga amendments or mga ginawang pagbabago ng Senate. And then pag nag-deliberate na po tayo, dun pa lang po tayo magkakaroon ng BICAM. So abangan po natin kung ano yung mga reductions or mga increases na gagawin ng Senado dun sa HGAB version.
Thank you guys.
Sir, ano lang, very quickly lang. Doon sa, diba sa house, may mga invitations po sa inyo to attend the probe investigating the Dolomite Beach. Are you willing to give your expert insight on how this was made and willing po ba kayo mag-cooperate kung sakasakali? I know definitely this was a DNR and a DPWH thing, pero kung sakasakali po, kayo po kayo pupunta. Hinamang po.
Masyado ka naman bilib sa akin pa when you recognize me as expert advice. I'm no expert in creating beaches and building. Ako naman, kung may tatanong, bakit naman hindi ko sasagutin? But just to put things in right order, this is, okay, let me remind each and every one of us, and including those who's going to conduct the investigation. There is a ruling by the Supreme Court with regard to the mandamus. And it requires, para tama lang yung perspektibo na it requires DNR and other agencies and including LGU, which is not only Manila. We're talking of anybody, any LGU that surrounds Manila Bay to clean, to really address the problem with our Manila Bay. Yun ang very clear. Now, because of this decision, DNR took the lead in developing our Manila Bay. I think, kung tatanungin nila ako, yun din ang sagot ko in advance. So, dahil yun ang alam ko utos yun ng Korte Suprema. So, yes, so why not? At for the meantime, let's focus on ASEAN. And I hope you help the national government, help the local government through cooperation and your presence in all other meetings in preparation of the hosting of the country, and most of it the City of Manila sa 2026 ASEAN meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.